Welcome back to Athletic Avengers, where we break down the biggest scandals, triumphs, and faceplants in sports without pulling any punches. Today, we're diving into the absolute chaos surrounding former Michigan Wolverines head coach Sherrone Moore, fired, jailed, and now the center of a college football meltdown. If you're a Michigan fan, grab a tissue. If you're a rival, pop the popcorn. Let's unpack the charges, what went down, his record, whether he got set up, and yeah, I'll roast the hell out of Moore and the university because this mess deserves it. Stick around to the end for my take on what this means for the program. Let's break down what happened, the timeline of the train wreck. On December 10, 2025, the University of Michigan dropped the hammer and fired Moore with cause after an internal investigation uncovered credible evidence of an inappropriate relationship with a university staff member. This violated the university's zero-tolerance policy on such conduct, especially given power dynamics in the workplace. Moore, who's 39 and married with 3 young daughters, had been under scrutiny, but details on the relationship remain sealed. No names, no specifics on how long it went on or how it was discovered. Athletic Director Ward Manuel called it a clear violation and acted swiftly, naming Biff Poggi as interim coach just in time for the Citrus Bowl prep. But the drama didn't stop there. Mere hours after getting canned, around 4 p.m. the same day, Moore was involved in an alleged assault in Pittsfield Township, just outside Ann Arbor, in the 3000 block of Ann Arbor Saline Road. Police detained him in nearby Saline before transferring him to Pittsfield authorities. By evening, he was booked into Washtenaw County Jail, where he spent the night. The incident was described as non-random, with no ongoing threat to the public, but cops are tight-lipped on details to protect the investigation. Some reports and online chatter suggest the assault involved threats against the staff member from the affair and possibly himself, escalating what started as a policy violation into potential criminal territory. As of December 11th, he's still in custody pending review by the Washtenaw County prosecutor. No formal charges filed yet, but assault-related ones are on the table. Moore stepped up as Michigan's 21st head coach in January 2024 after Jim Harbaugh bolted for the NFL. He had big shoes to fill post-national title, and honestly, he didn't totally flop. Here's the breakdown. In 2023, he filled in for Harbaugh during suspensions, going 4-0 in key games, including wins over Penn State, Maryland, and a huge upset over Ohio State. Helped seal Michigan's perfect 15-0 season in national championship. In his first full season last season, he led them 8-5 overall, 5-4 Big Ten. Highlights included beating Michigan State, a shocking 13-10 win over Ohio State as massive underdogs, and topping Alabama in the Relia Quest Bowl. Landed the #1 recruit, Bryce Underwood. 2025 season, 9-3 regular season, likely 6-3 Big Ten. Started rough with losses to Oklahoma and USC, but rattled off a 5-game win streak, including Michigan State. Ended with an ugly 27-9 loss to Ohio State, his first in the rivalry. They were prepping for the Citrus Bowl when the axe fell. Overall, as head coach, 17-8 plus that 4-0 interim stretch. Not elite, but he kept the program competitive amid massive changes like NIL and the portal. The firing wasn't about wins, it was all off-field. So was he set up? The conspiracy whispers, look, there's no smoking gun proving Moore was framed, but the timing reeks. College football insider Josh Pate dropped bombs, saying Michigan knew about the affair for at least a month but waited until after signing day to pull the trigger, securing their top 15 recruiting class of 27 players. Agents were buzzing that the job would open soon, implying the university was quietly shopping for replacements while letting Moore twist. Rumors swirled online 10 days before the firing, and fans are calling the post-signing day drop bad optics at best, a calculated move at worst. Michigan's history of scandals doesn't help. Some see this as another chapter in a program that's great at winning but terrible at ethics. That said, most insiders and fans agree the evidence was legit. Covering it up would have been a bigger disaster. If it was a setup, it was a self-inflicted one. Moore's choices lit the fuse. But damn, Sherrone Moore, my man, you went from offensive line guru to offensive line crosser real quick. You're married with kids, coaching at one of the bluest blood programs, and you decide to play forbidden office romance like it's a bad rom-com. Bro, you're not Jim Harbaugh. You can't pull off the eccentric genius vibe while allegedly threatening people post-breakup. Quick sidebar on this Moore mess. It's not the first time a college coach has torpedoed their career over an inappropriate relationship. Here are a few infamous flameouts from the past. Bobby Petrino, Arkansas, 2012, got canned after a motorcycle crash revealed his affair with staffer Jessica Darrell. He lied about it, hired her improperly, and turned the whole thing into a soap opera. Classic cover-up gone wrong. Rich Rodriguez, Arizona, 2018, fired amid sexual harassment allegations from a former administrative assistant. The Wildcats cut ties quick after an investigation, proving even big-name coaches aren't untouchable. Mel Tucker, Michigan State, 2023, booted for sexual harassment after admitting to phone sex with activist Brenda Tracy during an ongoing Title IX probe. MSU didn't mess around, fired him mid-season. Hugh Freeze, Ole Miss, 2017, resigned when his university phone records showed calls to escort services. It escalated an NCAA probe into a full-blown personal scandal. Now, Michigan University, oh, you sanctimonious maze of hypocrisy. You preach leaders and best, while your program's been a scandal factory since the sign-stealing saga. Firing Moore for an affair? Fair, but waiting a month to do it after signing day? That's colder than a December game in Ann Arbor. You secured those recruits like a shady NIL deal, then yeeted your coach into oblivion. And naming Biff Poggi interim? Who? Sounds like a cartoon character from a bad football flick. Your AD Ward Manuel lacks all zero tolerance now, but where was that energy during the Harbaugh era? Michigan, you're not victims here. You're the architects of your own clown show. Good luck hiring the next guy. Hope he comes with a morality clause and a GPS tracker. The Big Ten's laughing, the SEC's yawning, and Ohio State's probably toasting with Buckeye beer. What do you think, Avengers? Was Moore railroaded, or did he earn this? Drop your takes in the comments, smash the like button if you want more roasts, and subscribe for the latest on who Michigan hires next. Rumors say Jed Fish or Kalen DeBoer. Peace out. Stay avenged.